สวัสดีครับทุกคนสบายดีไหมครับ Welcome to the second topic of my lecture series, Thai Orthography Part 1. In the first topic, we learned about the phonetic transcription of Thai, where we use the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA, to transcribe the sounds in Thai. Before we dive right into this new topic, let me just talk about a few technical upgrades. So first and foremost, I revised my lecture notes. So I've revised the notes for the phonetic transcription of Thai as well as the reading practice. So if you were to take a look at the reading practice notes, for example, you will find that I've added a QR code over here, which you can scan to access the relevant lecture videos. So lectures 1.5, 1.6, and 1.7. All right. And the second thing is that I've tidied up this section, sources of images, right? So it looks tidier, that's all. And the second thing is, if you haven't joined my Google Classroom yet, please do. Okay, it's very simple. Just go to classroom.google.com and then click on this plus over here, join class, and then you just key in the class code, which is XEEOYWD, or Xeoy, what up? Okay, just enter this class code and join, and then you will have access to the lecture notes over here. For example, I post the lecture notes for particular lecture videos as well as the links to the lecture videos. All right, so that is all. Without further ado, let us jump right into the new topic. Okay, so the learning objectives. Let's talk about the learning objectives of this set of lecture notes. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to recall that the consonants in Thai and Sanskrit, which is a very old Indian language, can be categorized as main group consonants or remnant consonants. So the consonants in Thai can be either a main group consonant or a remnant consonant. All right. Next, you should be able to recall the order of the vargas or vak, okay, the vaks for the main group consonants in Thai. So the main group consonants in Thai, right, they are divided into vargas or vaks. So the varga is a Sanskrit word meaning set. So the main group consonants are divided into the ka varga, the cha varga, the big ta varga, the small ta varga, and the pa varga. Okay, in Thai they are called wakka, wakcha, wak ta yai, wak ta lek, and wak pa. Okay. Next, you should be able to recognize that there are multiple consonants in Thai that share the same consonantal sound. So, for example, we have a few consonants with this ko sound, right? And we have multiple consonants with the to sound, for example, po, blah blah blah. All right. And lastly, you should be able to recall the naming format of the Thai consonants. So, for example, the first consonant of the Thai script is ko kai. The ko sound, right, is made out of, let me just write something over here. It's made out of the consonantal sound ko plus the dummy vowel plus the example word. So the example word contains the ko kai character inside, ko kai. So the first character, the first consonant in the Thai series of consonants is ko kai. This character over here is called ko kai. All right. Okay, let us look at the lecture notes. So this topic, Thai orthography, is also known as Thai spelling. All right. First and foremost, Thai has 44 distinct consonants divided into 3 classes. Okay, you can have a high class consonant, mid class consonant, or low class consonant, right? And Thai is also more than 20 vowel symbols and 4 tone marks. So English has only 21 consonants, right? And 5 vowels. But Thai has 44 consonants. So it may seem like it's very scary, but actually nothing to fear. All you need is perspective and some basic knowledge about phonetics. and you will be able to understand the Thai writing system in no time. Okay. Now, if you were to learn Thai at a university, right, for example, NUS or NTU, usually the students will take around 2 semesters or 1 year in order to kind of master the Thai writing system or the Thai orthography, right? So the Thai writing system includes knowing which consonants belong to which consonant class, as well as the tone rules and the use of tone marks. All right, usually they'll spend 2 semesters or 1 year. So if you calculate the number of hours, right, spent, you'll be around this number of hours, at least 100 hours, up to 144 hours, right? But when I taught my own sister, she took around 42 hours, right? It's like it's like a 60% discount, right? You can save around 60 hours. So I hope that by attending my e-lectures, you will also be able to master the Thai writing system in just these number of hours instead of spending a whole year. All right. Okay, before we talk about the Thai writing system, let's do a little recap of what we have talked about in the previous classes. So you can actually scan this QR code to watch the lectures. All right, this is just a copy and paste of my reading practice lecture notes. All right, so firstly, the vowels in Thai. Remember that Thai has 9 monophthongs and 3 diphthongs. So these are the 9 monophthongs, right? Each monophthong can have a short and long version. So let me just read the monophthongs for you very quickly. A, E, I, O, U, E, O, and U. All right, and the 3 diphthongs are ear, and okay. Next, the consonants. So remember that Thai has 44 consonants. That means 44 different written symbols. All right. But luckily, Thai has only 21 consonantal sounds. 21 consonantal sounds. Right. And the sounds are all here. Okay. We have like non-aspirated stops. So remember, stops means complete stoppage of airflow in the vocal tract in our mouths. Right. So we have ko, cho, to, do, po, bo, and o, the glottal stop, o. We have aspirated stops spelled with a K. That means that when we pronounce these consonants, there's a puff of air. So we have ko, cho, to, and po. We have the nasals. That means that there's airflow in our nose when you pronounce these consonants. We have ngo, no, and mo. We have fricatives too, which means that there's turbulent airflow when we pronounce these consonants. So for example, saw, for, and ha. When we say right, the F sound, there's a lot of turbulent airflow right behind our lips. Okay, so these are fricatives. Next, we have the liquids, which are just the raw and the law sound, and the glides or the semi-vowels, wa and yaw. Okay, so all these 21 consonantal sounds can be the initial consonant of a syllable, but the final consonant of a syllable in Thai can only be one of 8. So you have the PTK, right? And the nasals, PTK, the nasals, same place of articulation, and the semi-vowels or the glides, wa and yaw, right? So remember, Central Thai has 5 tones. Ma, 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 ma. All right. The conventional names are mid tone, low tone, falling tone, high tone, and rising tone. Whereas the original Thai names are เสียงสามัญ เสียงเอก เสียงโท เสียงตรี and เสียงจัตวา right? The translations are just like common tone. เสียงสามัญ means common tone. เสียงเอก โท ตรี จัตวา right, means tone 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so a way to remember the original Thai names is to remember เสียงสามัญ means saman anti, right? The saman anti sounds the same. เสียงเอก เอก sounds like the egg, correct? And egg. To sounds like our toe. Three sounds like our tree. And jatawa you can just learn. All right. And this is the Thai syllable structure. It can be one of 8, right? So remember, 1C, 1C means only one consonant, one initial consonant. But you have double C's, it means consonant cluster. For example, we have a caw here and a law here together, claw, right? This is a consonant cluster. 1V means short vowel, 2V means long vowel or a diphthong, okay? And if there's C at the back, it means that there's a final consonant. Like, for example, tang mod over here, there's a final consonant here, which is the velar nasal, right? The ngor sound, tang, okay? So now we start with the new stuff, okay? So let's use Sanskrit as a case study about to learn about its writing, what should I say? It's a categorization or classification of its consonants. Because when we learn about the Thai consonants, right? Thai actually draws a lot of influence from the Sanskrit arrangement of the consonants. Okay, so remember, Sanskrit is an ancient Indian language with many sounds. So if you have watched Doctor Strange, correct, there's a scene where Wong over here asks Doctor Strange if he's fluent in Sanskrit, correct? Because the spell books, right, are written in Sanskrit. Okay, so these over here are the consonants in Sanskrit. Okay, the consonants in Sanskrit, right, according to grammar, Sanskrit grammar, can be divided into two groups. So the first group is called the main group consonants. The second group is called the remnant consonants, because they are kind of what is remaining behind, right? So these are the main group consonants. These are the remnant consonants. Okay, if you want to know how these consonants are pronounced, right, I recommend that you scan this QR code over here, right? There's a lecture video by this very brilliant Indian professor, where she will pronounce the Sanskrit consonants for you very accurately. Okay, so when you are to read this consonant table, right, the way to read it, all right, the order of the consonants, for example, in English is A, B, C, D, E, right? That's the order. But in Sanskrit, the order is like that. Ka, ka, ga, ga, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, ta, ta, da, da, na, ta, ta, da, da, na, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. All right. So for the main group consonants, we read it this way first. Each row. All right. We read from left to right for each row. And then when we come to the random consonants, right, we read it this way. Ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha. Okay. So the order is here. All right. One thing to note is this, I wrote here ka, ka, ga, ga, nga, right? Technically, if I spell it as K-A, this is not a consonant. The consonant is actually just this K over here, right? So I just use ah as the dummy vowel, because I don't want to pronounce like k, k, g, g, ng. You may not hear the sound of the consonants as clearly, all right? So we come back to our familiar topics, place of articulation and later manner of articulation. So in Sanskrit, right, the consonants, the place of articulation are, the places of articulation of the consonants in Sanskrit are the guttural consonants, the palatal consonants, the retroflex consonants, the dental consonants, and the labial consonants. So everything in this row are guttural consonants. Everything in this row are the palatal consonants. Okay, so in Sanskrit, there are 5 places of articulation, and this is how they call it. All right. So this is a cross section of our vocal tract. So the guttural consonants, right, are produced at any of these spots within this enclosed area, right? For example, when we pronounce the ka, ka, ga, ga, and the nga, we are using this part over here, the velum, the soft palate, right? But when we pronounce the ha sound, we are using this part, right? So the main consonants here and the ha sound, they are all called guttural consonants. Okay, and then the next in line are the palatal consonants. Okay, the palatal consonants, right, are produced when we use this part of our tongue, which is called the body of our tongue, and we raise it towards the hard palate, which is the middle of the roof of our mouth. So this center part of the roof of our mouth, if you use your tongue to feel it now, it should be very hard. That is called the hard palate. So when we use the middle of our tongue, right, or the body of our tongue, and we raise it towards the hard palate, we will produce the palatal sounds. For example, ja, cha, ja, nya, ya, sha, sha. Okay? Next are the retroflex consonants. So retroflex means we use the tip of our tongue this time, the tip of our tongue, and we let it touch the hard palate right in the middle of the roof of our mouth. So if you try right now, right, you use the tip of your tongue and you let it touch the exact middle of the roof of your mouth, the hard palate. You should sound something like this. Okay? So these are pronounced as ta, ta, da, da, and na, 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 ra, ra, and sha. Okay, so remember, palatal means we use the body of the tongue and we raise it towards the hard palate. But retroflex means we use the tip of the tongue and we raise it towards the hard palate. Okay, next in line are the dental consonants. Dental means teeth, right? Dentist. So we use the tip of our tongue and we put it against the back of our upper teeth. We don't put it at the alveolar ridge. We don't put it at the hard palate. We put it behind our upper teeth. So the consonants here are pronounced as ta, ta, da, da, and na, la, and sa. Okay, simple. Lastly, we have the labial consonants. Labial means lips, correct, in Latin. So we use our lips, both the upper lip and lower lip, when we pronounce the labial consonants. So for example, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma, and wa, wa, wa. All right. So these are the consonants in Sanskrit, the main group consonants at least. Next, we come to the manner of articulation. So remember, place of articulation refers to where the sounds are produced. So is it produced at the throat, at the soft palate, at the hard palate, with our teeth, or with our lips? So those are the place of articulations. As for the manner of articulation, it refers to how the sounds are produced. So by how, I mean, is there a complete stop in airflow? Is there complete airflow stoppage? Is there turbulent airflow? Is there airflow in your nose? Do your vocal cords vibrate? Is there a puff of air when you pronounce the consonants? Right? All these refer to the manner of articulation. So for the purpose of Thai, right, we need to know the following kinds of consonants. We need to know the stops, all right? We need to know the nasals, the fricatives, and the liquids and glide. This one, you can treat them as technical terms, okay? So let me just recap. Stops are consonants that are produced when any part of the mouth, all right, or oral cavity is completely shut off, stopping any airflow. So for example, when you pronounce these words like boy, boy, girl, tin, church, right? When you pronounce all these initial consonants, your mouth will shut somewhere, or somewhere in your mouth will like shut, preventing any airflow at all. Okay, so pretend you're teaching words to your relatives, right? A 6-month-old niece or cousin, you teach them how to say like go go. When you teach them new words, right, you will pronounce very slowly. So for example, go go. So when you pronounce a word like go go, you'll notice that at your soft palate, right, at the velum, which is the back of your mouth. So this is your mouth and your throat, right? The back of your mouth here. When you say go go, airflow is stopped over here at this point, because the root of your tongue, right? The root of your tongue is blocking the airflow. It's touching the soft palate over here of your throat. Okay, so these are stops. There's complete airflow stoppage. Next are the nasals. So nasal consonants are consonants where there's airflow in our nose when we pronounce the consonants. So for example, if you say and then you close your nostrils, correct? You'll find that you'll be unable to pronounce the consonant, because when you close your nostrils, you are stopping any airflow. So if there's no airflow, you cannot really pronounce anything, right? Or you can try saying your Chinese friend's surname, like right? You'll similarly find that you cannot pronounce this easily, because when you close your nose, there's no airflow in your there's no airflow in your nose to let you pronounce the sound. Okay. Next, the fricatives. So fricatives are just consonants produced with turbulent airflow. I mean, so in Sanskrit you have the h, the ha, and the s sibilants. Sibilance just means like the s sound. So in Sanskrit you have the sha, you have the sha, and the sa sounds. Okay, when we sigh, right, like highs, the H sound, right, when you pronounce the highs, right, there's turbulent airflow at your throat. Correct? Or if you say a word like snake, correct, the sound, there's also turbulent airflow. Or when we say like at the cinema, there's also turbulent airflow in our mouth. So all these are fricatives. Okay. In Thai, there are only 3 fricatives. We have the F sound, the S sound, and the H sound. So we have like for, saw, and haw. All right. Lastly, we have the liquids and glides. So remember, these are just technical terms. The liquids are basically the law and the raw sounds, while the glides are the semi-vowels, the war and the yaw sounds. Okay. So coming back to the arrangement of the consonants in Sanskrit, right? You'll notice that for the main group consonants, within each place of articulation, the order is 4 stops, ka, ka, ga, ga, and followed by a nasal. So 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal. All right. And then afterwards, it's followed by the liquids and glides. Ya, ra, la, va. Okay, with this one, we don't have to care yet. So remember, the consonants in Sanskrit are ordered by main group followed by randoms. And in the main group consonants, we have 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, in this order of place of articulation. And after all these are done, we come to the glides and liquids over here. All right, so that's the order. So this ordering of consonants in Sanskrit, right, is actually a phonetically based arrangement of consonantal sounds. Okay, and this phonetically based arrangement, right, is not only found in Sanskrit, it's also found in Thai and Tamil and Japanese. All right. So if we were to order the consonants in Sanskrit, right, it will look like this: 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal, 4 stops, nasal. In this order of place of articulation: the guttural consonants, the palatal consonants, the retroflex, the dental consonants, and the labial consonants. Okay, then after that, this one. So this comes right after ma. All right. So now let's look at the order in Tamil. Right, if you have any Tamil friends, you can try asking them to see if I'm right. Okay, but the consonants in Tamil, right, they are ordered this way: ka, nga, cha, nya, ta, na, ta, na, pa, ma, ya, ra, la, va. Okay, if you compare, right, it's actually the same. You see, guttural first, followed by palatal, retroflex, dental, and labial, and then the 4 remnant consonants: yara, lava, Okay, and then within each place of articulation, right, within all these, you have stop, nasal, stop, nasal, stop, nasal, stop, nasal, stop, nasal. All right, same as in Sanskrit, correct? What about in Japanese? It's actually the same. Okay, so if we compare the colors, right? We have the guttural sounds here first, followed by the dentals and the labials, and then the remnants. Okay, so the case in Japanese is a bit different though, because in Sanskrit and Tamil, right, we only have stops, nasals. We don't have fricatives. But in Japanese, they also include the fricatives. And the fricatives, right, using the hexagon, they come before the stops in each set of place of articulation. So for the gutturals, we have the ka, ka, ga, correct? But in the dental consonants, we have the fricatives coming first, followed by the stops, and then the nasal. All right. Same for the labials. We have the fricative going first, followed by the stops and the nasals. Okay. You can read this part over here. You can pause the video and read this part over here regarding why this seemingly guttural sound, right? The ha is over here. Is together, is grouped together with the labials. Okay. Two more important things before we look at the Thai consonants. The first one is aspiration. So I'm sure you should be familiar with this by now. So aspirated stops are stops produced with a puff of air, right? And we transcribe them with a H inside, right? So Thai has 4 aspirated stops. We have ko, cho, to, and po. And we also have unaspirated stops in Thai. So we don't write a H inside, and we have 7 of them. All right. Ko, cho, to, do, po, bo, and o. So if you put your hand in front of your mouth and you pronounce these 4 consonants, right? Air should be hitting your hand. But when you pronounce these 7 consonants, air should not be hitting your hand if it's placed in front of your mouth when you pronounce them. Okay. The last thing about the manner of articulation is voicing. So voice stops are stops that are pronounced with vibrating vocal cords. Okay, your vocal cords will vibrate. So in Thai, there are only 2, bo and do. Right. The rest are all voiceless. So we have voiceless stops and voiceless fricatives. So the voiceless stops in Thai are ko, ko, cho, cho, to, po, po, and o. And the voiceless fricatives are just your fricatives in Thai. There are no voice fricatives in Thai. They are so, for, and ho. Okay.